everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. So I've had a good week of pickups this week. Some very interesting movies, some great movies. And just like I said in previous videos as well, I said I was going to start showing some vinyl. Picked up some great editions on vinyl as well this week. And I thought I'd just do this one mega haul video and show everything off that I've got this week. So let's not waste any time. It's going to be a long video, so let's jump right into it. So the first film I got this week is Let Him Go. It stars Diane Lane and Kevin Costner. Both of them put in a serious performances in this movie. It's a simple premise. Their son and his wife are basically living with them. They have a child, and the son dies in an unfortunate accident. Basically then the wife moves on. She ends up with another man, but the man is very abusive to her. And basically the whole movie is Kevin Costner and Diane Lane trying to find where the child has gone, where this family have moved to, and try to get their grandson back. You've kind of seen this movie 101 times over. It's okay. It was a bit slow at times, but I have to admit, Diane Lane and Kevin Costner, the two of them just, like I said, put in a great performance, and they kind of power through in this movie. It just makes you want to watch it just for them two alone. It has actually a very decent conclusion to the movie as well. It's not, like I said, it's not the best thing I've ever seen, but it's a fun movie, and yeah, a solid way to pass an hour and a half. So yeah, Let Him Go. Check it out. Up next, I've been waiting to watch this for so long. Boss Level. This never came out over here. It was very hard to buy. I had to buy this German release of it. I think the States got it, but yeah, anywhere in Europe, it was just impossible to buy for some strange reasons, especially when you hear how popular this movie is. But I have to admit, I had such a great time with this movie. I love these kind of movies. This thing with reliving the day over and over again. I think they're a blast to watch, with the likes of Groundhog Day and The Edge of Tomorrow, Happy Death Day. So like I said, if you're a fan of them movies, you're really gonna love this. Some of the ways he dies in this movie is absolutely hilarious. The one downside I think I have with this movie, well, I wasn't crazy about its ending. This Blu-ray wasn't the greatest looking Blu-ray, I have to admit. I don't know why, it didn't look as good as I was hoping it would look. I would have loved to have got a 4K release of it, because it is that good. But yeah, the Blu-ray picture on this was a bit of a letdown. But like I said, if you are a fan of the likes of Happy Death Day, you're going to have a blast with this. Frank Grillo is absolutely fantastic in it. Mel Gibson is the villain in it. It's just a fun movie, and you'll have a laugh with it. Great film. Boss Level. Right. Up next we have 15-17 to Paris. 15-17 to Paris. This movie was very deceiving. It's basically about a terrorist gets onto a train who's looking to basically just kill everyone on the train, and he basically gets stopped by these three American soldiers. Now we started watching it, and I think the film was on around 15 minutes, and I kind of turned around to my fiance and I said, you know what, I just want to pause this for a second. I wanted to check it up, because now the acting wasn't bad in it by the three friends. Something just didn't seem right, and when I checked it up, I couldn't actually believe that they actually cast the real three lads that actually stopped the terrorist attack. They actually cast them to play their characters in this movie, which was quite incredible. I've never heard of that ever happening in a movie. And they'd done a good job at it. They were decent enough. I just knew, you could just tell by the first 15 minutes, you just knew that they weren't actors. But they weren't poor either. It was just quite amazing. But this film was very misleading. I really did think, even when you read, like when you see the trailers to it, like I said, it's these three boys to stop this terrorist attack on a train. But the actual attack of the train actually only happens in the last 10 minutes of the movie. The rest of the movie is just a build-up of how these three boys became soldiers, and yeah, and how they became friends over the years, and this, that, and the other. And then, like I said, the last 10 minutes is the attack on the train, which is actually brilliantly done. But yeah, it was just a bit misleading. It was a bit slow at places, but it was still a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It's definitely not one of Clint Eastwood's better movies. I've seen a lot better from Clint Eastwood. But just to see the three boys just actually playing the roles that they actually, like, it was just incredible to watch. And it must have been very daunting for them to actually reshoot that entire scene on the train again at the end of it, which was, yeah, it's a strange one. But yeah, definitely do check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. Right, so on to my 4K movies that I got this week. So I picked up this box set for very cheap, Cesario 1 and 2. We've only actually watched the first one of this, and I actually had a good time with it. Some great performances in this film from Benicio del Toro and Emily Blunt. And Josh Brolin, is that his name? Yeah, Josh Brolin. They do a bang up job with this movie. I haven't watched the second one yet. I actually bought this for... again, I heard great things about the movies themselves. But I heard that the picture quality, particularly on the first one, Cesario, was supposed to be absolutely extraordinary on 4K. And I have to admit, they were completely right. Oh my god, the transfer is phenomenal. It's the first time I've ever gotten an AV Forums reference stamp. You don't see that too often on Blu-ray 4K, but this film deserves to get its stamp because it's definitely one of the finest transfers you're going to see on 4K. And if you haven't seen this film, please do check it out in 4K. And if you have it on Blu-ray, trust me, the upgrade is massive on it. So I haven't seen the second one. I don't know what it's like. I presume the picture is fairly similar. And yeah, look forward to actually watching it. So yeah, Cesario 1 and 2. Great release. Right, up next we have got the 4K release of Speed. I'm actually still looking at the steelbook, and I'm actually still wondering why I bought it. I don't actually like the cover art on it, and I'm not quite sure why I just didn't get the standard release. Yeah, I've seen far better steelbooks. But on the plus side, this transfer is stunning. It is unbelievable. Now, I was very skeptical going into this because, for me personally, 20th Century Fox doesn't have a great track record when it comes to 4K transfers. I think they do be very lazy with their releases. I've seen so many movies by 20th Century Fox, the likes of the Maze Runner films, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, even the X-Men collection, the first 3 X-Men movies, First Class, Days of Future Past, and all that. No, sorry, it was actually the older the 3 Hugh Jackman, X-Men movies. They brought them out as well, 20th Century, and the transfers over these movies, they're not mind blowing. They are an upgrade over the Blu-ray, no question, but they're a very subtle upgrade over. So when I heard Speed, I was kind of going, right, are they going to do something similar to it? And I'm happy to report they haven't. But what still annoys me with 20th Century Fox, again, is it has a DTS 5.1 master audio, no Atmos again, or DTS-X. They will not upgrade their sound, which is an absolute shame. But having said that, the sound is still quite amazing on this release. Yeah, I was absolutely blown away by the transfer on this. It really, really was. Right from the get-go. The minute the film starts, you knew exactly what you were getting. And some of the exterior shots actually looked like they were shot yesterday. That's how good this transfer is. So yeah, it's definitely no question of it. It's a night and day difference over the Blu-ray release, and it is absolutely worth picking up. So yeah, that is Speed on Steelbook. So yeah, just a shame about Steelbook. Right, up next we have Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I'm trying not to double dip when it comes to 4K movies, but I had to on this one. I heard so many great things about the transfer. I thought the transfer on the first edition of it was quite decent anyway, but they restored the IMAX scenes in this, so I had to buy it to see it just for the IMAX scenes. Now, I mentioned this in the previous video. The IMAX scenes in this, when they do happen, which there's not many of them, but when they do happen, the aspect ratio ends up being 4.3. So you get the black lines on the left and the right hand side of the screen. Now, I said it before that I'm not a fan of that format. I find it very distracting, but I have to admit, after seeing this, it was absolutely mind blowing. It really was, and it didn't distract me at all. It was just phenomenal. My only problem, and I think I might have said this before in previous videos, when it comes to IMAX scenes in movies, and especially these IMAX scenes when they change the aspect ratio, the only thing is when they do happen and then they go back to normal, the difference in quality is huge. It is, and that is the distracting bit about when you get these IMAX scenes. You just kind of go, oh my god, why can't the whole movie not look like that? Like, it's still, don't get me wrong, it's still an absolute solid upgrade, no question of it. You can definitely see the colours, no question. There's a huge upgrade in the colours over the previous release. But yeah, I just find that when IMAX scenes happen, when you look at some of the Christopher Nolan movies, and then when they kind of cut back, it just kind of, yeah, it looks a lot softer compared to the IMAX scenes, which is quite a shame. But still a great upgrade. I love this movie. I really do love it. I do not understand the hatred it gets. I have an absolute great time with this. I have the Justice League coming today, the Snyder Cut. I haven't watched it yet. I hear fantastic things about it, and look forward to seeing it. So yeah, Batman vs Superman, Justice League. Dawn of Justice, sorry. So right, folks, that is my my Blu-ray and my 4K pickups for this week. So I'm going to jump on to my vinyls, and I have gotten some great vinyls this week. So the first thing I got is probably the first vinyl I bought since I started collecting, and it is They Live. It's definitely one of John Carpenter's most underrated horror movie, not horror movies, one of John Carpenter's most underrated movies, sorry. The soundtrack in this film is fantastic, and the release, this is a Death Waltz release, and it is absolutely stunning. I couldn't get the coloured vinyl edition of it, so it's just your regular black vinyl. But again, it's just the music, and it's one of those things. If I'm downstairs and I'm kind of mellowing out, just knock this on, and it's just fantastic. Love the soundtrack on this. So yeah, They Live, absolutely fun, and a gorgeous edition as well. So yeah, that is They Live. So up next we have, gosh, you're going to see a regular theme with my vinyl. So the next one is Christine. I was a bit kind of pressed. I had to actually contact Cody over in H&S Collectibles and ask him about this one, because I knew he had it. But I was actually just checking it up, and people were kind of saying that the sound was very poor on it. So I contacted Cody, asked him, was it true and all that, and he turned around and he went, well, with his ears, going by his ears, he heard nothing wrong with it. So it was around €18, and I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to go for it anyway. And there wasn't a thing wrong with it. I don't know what people are complaining about. Again, another fantastic score by John Carpenter. This is a coloured vinyl. It has a blue coloured vinyl, which looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, just a great pickup again. Christine, love the film, love the soundtrack. I love all John Carpenter soundtracks, as you will see. So up next we have, gosh, Escape from New York. I'm a bit disappointed, and I'm not disappointed. I was trying my best. I was trying everything to buy Waxwork edition, the edition they brought out of this Escape from New York. But no matter what I done, it was just working out at a serious amount of money. I think it was the cheapest I was probably getting it for was around €80, and it's just mad money to be spending on vinyl. So I found this edition of it, which is great because it does have the original artwork as well. And I actually got this for €20, and it's a double vinyl edition as well. And it's again, I haven't actually sat down now and listened to it, but I know the movie very well. It's one of my favourite movies of all time, and I can't wait to sit down and listen to this. But it is a lovely release as well, and so happy to finally have it. So yeah, that is Escape from New York. And that brings me to my last vinyl, and this is an absolute beauty, is Escape from LA. Now, as you can see, this is very limited. It's limited to 350. I have number 60. I just came across this. I was scrolling through, came across this on Amazon. It was going for something like €33, and I was kind of going, Jesus, €33 for something so limited. I didn't quite understand it. And I just snapped it up, and I have to admit, I actually do prefer the theme tune to Escape from New York. Sorry, I prefer the theme of Escape from New York, or the version of this over the Escape from New York, sorry. I just find, I like the more kind of rock sound to it. But absolutely stunning vinyl edition. Again, this is a double vinyl edition. It's a coloured vinyl as well. The vinyl themselves, the records are kind of like it's kind of a mixture of, it's kind of a flamed flamed colour, so you got a mixture of kind of red and orange. And yeah, to get this for what I found to be very cheap for such a limited release was quite amazing. So yeah, that is a couple of the vinyls that I picked up this week. I have gone big into collecting vinyl. I'm finding it very addictive, and I'm having actually a great time. It's actually great revisiting some of these soundtracks. So that is it, folks. That is everything for the week. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give us a thumbs up, and if you could, leave a comment down. And yeah, and I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks out there. Stay safe. Bye bye.